Hey guys, Howie here, and I'm going to review my trading for Monday, April the 3rd, 2017. So I said I wasn't going to day trade this month. I said I was going to focus exclusively on swing trading. However, I got very bored, and I will admit that that was my mistake. But I will just review a few of the positions that I was in and tell you how my day went. So the first situation was this TNY that I bought on March the 9th. Kind of made a boo-boo. I purchased it at 28 cents on March the 9th, and I'll bring up the chart so you can see. Okay, so let's look at the 30-day. So March 9th back here, I purchased it in here, and I had just downtrended like fairly aggressively. And then up here it opened, and I got too greedy, and I was trying to make like 2 cents. I was trying to get 30, so I had to sell at 30 here, but it never came back because I saw it just after here, and it then again took a downswing. So right in here I put a sell order at 26 cents. But instead of doing a sell order, I actually did a buy order. That was the first screw up I've had where I bought instead of sold. So I ended up with double the shares at 26. And I was fortunate because today you can see it bounced up, and I ended up getting out at 27, which is break even for that trade. So not a winner, but I was expecting to lose on that one. So it's nice to get back to even. So that's this guy. And that was held for almost a month. I didn't see much. But it sort of learned me, I guess you could say, to not get greedy when a share you've had for a while that you're sort of expecting to give up on soon turns your way even a little bit. You know, get out and call it a win. I could have got out at 28 cents, at 29 cents several times on this guy, and I just sort of decided to keep it. Some other things that happened here. I day traded this CPG. I put a very small stop loss on it, 4 cents, which is probably a pretty good mistake on my part. I just didn't like the feeling. I'll show you sort of what happened. Go over it. So let's go and bring this up again. So the CPG, the day. Let's go 15 minutes. So basically I purchased it somewhere early in the morning. It had down swung fairly well from a high of, I think, an open of 14.50. It swung all the way down to, the 14. What did I pick it up at? 14.12. So I was fairly confident that it was looking like it had bottomed out. You can see here three in a row, 3.15s in a row. Then I hit this downswing and just crashed down to 14.08, and that's when it was actually bouncing around a little here, and I was thinking of getting out in the up 6 or 8 cents just to do a quick little $100 swing, and then ended up coming down here, and I jumped out right here, and you can see the very next bar it fires up, and it catches down even here back down to my buy-in, but it never really goes further down. It ends up finishing up a good 20 some odd cents above my open. So definitely bailed on that one early. I jumped the gun on the sell, but live and learn. Day trading thing is new to me, and I'm still sort of learning how to do it. So that one's dead now. Moving on. I always like to remove stocks as soon as I sell them because I don't want to look and see if it might make me slightly frustrated if I see a stock go up 10% a few days later that I just got rid of. And I also did the weed share. I own shares in this weed stock that I've owned for a couple of years. I bought about 20,000, not quite 10,000 worth a year and a half ago, 2 years ago at a couple bucks a share. And it's 5 times up since then, and I've bought a few. I've bought in a few more times. I think I bought it again at $4.50, bought it again at $6 or $7, and bought it fairly recently around $10. But I decided I was going to day trade this weed stock, so I picked up 4,000 shares at 10 1042, and I'll bring up this graph to show you where my head was at for this one. So this is on the day 50 minute. So in here, again, the same thing. It started a little bit of an uptrend, had come down to here, and I felt like this was getting close to the low point somewhere in here. Where's 1042? I don't know exactly time of day. Okay, so somewhere in here it had two sort of green guys. Felt like it was swinging up pretty nicely, and then you can see it tanked. It just flatlined along here for a long time, and then right near the end of the day I was going to be getting out of it, because you can see this is 330. It was sitting, hovering right around here. I was just going to get out of it for a few cents loss, and then it tanked really hard at the end of the day. And well, I know this is against sort of policy, quote unquote, to sort of buy more when it's lower. This is a stock that I'm interested in holding for a long time. So if this goes a little bit sideways, I'm fine holding on to it for a month or 2 months or 3 months if need be, because I do think this is a stock that should be in the $13, $12, $13, $14 range. And it's the stock that I watch more than any other stock because I've been invested in it for so long. So I think this so basically, long story short, I bought more right near the end, because so I bought another 1,900 shares at 10.24, so about a 10, what is that, 10.39 average? No, that doesn't make sense. I don't know, my brain is sore right now. 10.29 average, somewhere in there. But then there's twice as many shares in the first buy. So I know I own a good chunk of this, and I just put in case I have a funny feeling it's going to gap up tomorrow. So I put a sell at 10.50. Obviously, I'm going to watch it early in the morning, because I do, you look at the 10-day on this, and you can see it gapped up hard here, got all the way up above 11 in, when's this? Early April, or right near the end of March, and it's slowly been sort of coming down. We're right at this 10.20 range here, which I think is going to hold. I don't see this going under 10. I mean, I'm not really good at this game, but I'd be pretty surprised. And again, so I did a couple day trades, maybe not what I had planned on doing initially. So I'm hoping if this goes well tomorrow, I could be out in the morning, and we'll see from there. This LEM stock, which I was looking forward to, LEM, I purchased this on March 28th. I got it at 70 cents, and my plan was get half out at 75 cents and then let the rest hopefully ride into the 80s. And it hit 75 today, and I was able to sell off some of it. So let me pull it up and I'll show you what I mean. So LEM, so I was able to fill 3,000 out of the 15,000, sorry, 14.5 at 75. It bounced down a little bit. Now it's sitting at 75 again. So hopefully that order's still in. Hopefully that there's a huge gap. Like the bid's only 69 and the ask is 75, which is interesting. See if I can bring this over so you can see. So you have not too much buying action down here. Whoops, why did I click on that? You have not too much buying action down there. However, there's also no one selling anything below 70. So that's kind of a weird level too. I haven't seen that very often, where you just have, a 6, 7 cent gap on a share like that. So I was happy to get out, and this is going to be longer term. I definitely think, sort of looking at the 1 month on this, it had some nice low spots. I came in here, which I'm fairly happy about, and hopefully I can get out in here, and then, or get half out in there, and then we can sort of hopefully ride the rest up here, or stop loss it, right close to 75 cents. So that's LEM right now. SCY is one that I was looking at and tried to buy all day. It just didn't move. I think that was the one. SCY. I don't own that. No, that was one I was watching. I really liked it. I was trying to get in at 37 cents. It just wouldn't wouldn't turn over. Where's level 2 on that? Yeah, even now there's a lot of volume at 38 cents, 37. You can see the volume down on this thing is gigantic. 233,000 shares, 154. And then the up volume is 26,000, 75,000, 60. So the up volume is much lower. So I think there's good opportunity for this one. But I'm not sure. I might try and get in at 38 tomorrow. We'll see. What else do we have here? MOX. That one I'm not as excited about. I'm actually thinking of running away from this one. Let me pull up my purchase time and price. MOX. So this one I purchased on the 23rd, so like a week and a half ago, at the 58 cent mark. And I have it out at 64 or 52. But I was looking at the chart on this, sort of a little harder. And you pull back to like 6 months and you look at this trend here from all of March. It's just sort of slowly sagging down and down. And there's a big up move here. A little bit of a gap and then a huge up, and then obviously it came back, and then another huge up and it came back. But I feel like the upward trend is starting to taper out. And aside from this one day when it got in the 70s, it's really been capped in the mid 60s. So I'm looking for, not much movement, and it's already down 2 cents from my purchase. I'm just not liking how many days in a row it's sort of started to go down. So that might be something where I try and pull out, or move my stop loss maybe just 1 more cent down. We'll see. SJL, I sold half of this at 9 cents, and I'm just sitting on the other half. So I got sold out here, and the other, it's just been sort of tapering. I got in at 7 cents, so I'm pretty happy with that one. So that one is here, SJL. Or sorry, yeah, was it SJL? What? Oh, right here. SJL. So that one I got in a couple weeks ago. Like I said, half of it got out at 9 cents here, and I'm sitting on the other half. I actually have a sell on this one at 8 cents. Be happy to get 8 cents for this one. And I think that's it. PGF, I didn't mention that one. Well, that one's done. That was the dumb one that I tried to day trade and then didn't sell, and I just got destroyed on it. Actually, that's a good example of a stock that messed me over. So PGF, I don't have it in here because I sold it, that's why, but I sold it today, I believe. Yeah, so this one I sold right near the end of today. So basically I had tried to day trade it. Was it yesterday or the day before? When did I buy that? Let me just pull this up. Where am I? Can't find myself here. PGF, okay. So the 30th, so that was last Thursday. I was going to day trade it, and the 30th I just held on to it overnight because I'm like, screw it. I still like it. I'm going to day trade it. So I bought it at 140, and it was down like 3 or 4 cents that day. I decided to stick with it, and you can see, so I bought it in here. That was a big loss, and it's just been 2 more days of sitting around. So near the end of today I got out, and I think I got just over 133 for it, so I took a pretty good loss on that. But if I had just day traded it, I would not have lost more than 2 or 3 cents, but I ended up losing a good solid 7 cents on it, so that was bad. So that is my trade. I don't even know what my up or down was for that day. Excuse me, profit or loss. Down, I believe. Yeah, down all right. But I'm really curious to see what the wheat stock does tomorrow. We'll see. That's all I got. This has been Howie. Thank you for watching. Feel free to comment whatever you want. See ya.